Let's begin by looking at what the difference is between the view and the browse. In this particular instance, we are in view and we can see that this is the view entry panel. And when I hit enter and I see my list of members, what I can do is I can scroll down, select a particular entry to look at, and it will come up. We can ignore for the time being the profile values that are at the top, and we can get rid of those by simply typing reset on the command line and then eliminating those items. Now from here, this looks identical to an edit screen. And so if I were to go down here to type things and make any changes, for example, they would appear as if those changes were going in. And you can see that when I hit enter, I get the warning indicating that data changes can't be saved during this session. And so as a result, this is a reminder that I'm in the view screen and that any changes that I attempt to make here cannot be saved without using the create or the replace function. So this is a reminder. Now, if I'm simply going to be in browse mode, then I would select this option here to indicate that now I want to go into browse mode. And from this point now, you can see that the command in the upper left indicates that we are browsing this data set. And when I now go to select a particular entry, you can see that I have a completely different view of the data. I don't have any ability to overtype anything or to make any changes. This is strictly a read-only implementation. Now, similarly, when I go to edit, I can go to my edit panel. And again, you can see that I have the same basic information here. When I go to select a particular member, now I'm back into the screen and it looks just like the view screen. But since this is the edit command, then that means that I am able to go in and make changes as well as save those changes when I hit PF3. So this is the general nature of how we can edit information. Let's take a look at how we would create a new member, for example. There are two ways. One is that I can specify a member name here for a member that doesn't currently exist in the data set. And the other is that when I'm in this particular screen, I can simply select by typing in an S and then a member name. In this case here, for example, we'll just call it a member. And so when I do that, then it brings me into my blank edit screen for input data. You can see my scroll value is set to cursor, and now all I need to do is I move my cursor down here, and I can say, that I can begin entering data at this point. When I hit the enter key, you can see that we get rid of all the blank lines, and now I have the data that I specifically entered for this. When I hit PF3, that will now be saved, and you can see we have an entry now called a member and a message in the upper right hand corner indicating that we've saved it. If I want to go back in and make changes, I can simply select it, and you can see the entry comes up again. Again, just to reiterate, the areas in white, the messages, these come from profile settings, which we will take a look at shortly, and as a result, they can be gotten rid of by simply doing a reset. But we can also display those and set specific values that might be relevant for our edit profile.